Good morning. My name is Kyla Fraser. I'm the president of the Florence Morning News. I'm relatively new to the position and still getting to know the community and the people here. But I feel very honored to be a part of this prestigious process, and it's a good way. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I don't know Jayne Boswell very well yet, but I do know about rescue dogs, as there are more in my own family than I can count on both my hands. A safe haven for rescue animals, primarily dogs, cats, and horses, is the stuff that legends are made of in this community. Really in every community, but from what I've heard about this organization and this recipient, particularly in this community. The day I first met Jayne, she breezed in the door looking for all the world like she just dropped off a roller coaster or weathered a storm. It's kind of true. I was immediately impressed. The tragic story she told from that morning about a dog that had been severely injured stopped me in my tracks. And in the next breath, she moved on to talking about rescue horses and a horse barn. Well, that piqued my interest immediately. And so, that came then with an invitation to come back and tour and to talk a little bit more about the causes and the work she's doing here. And I can't wait to do that. So we have since talked after that day, and I'm very much looking forward to that. All I could think was, this woman is a hardcore volunteer. Her commitment was immediately evident. Those of us who understand the heart of a volunteer or volunteerism know that to immerse oneself in a worthy cause is often its own reward. But to engage in the work of rescuing animals, well, the stories are endlessly difficult and the work is never done. In her own words, it is a mission of love and compassion, with days that are filled with tears of sadness and days that hold overflowing rivers of tears of happiness. And this I know, because I've rescued probably about 12 in the last 15 years, 6 of which are still with me. 2 I claim for grand dogs, but they still are under our care. And the transformation between getting an animal that has not been treated well or is suffering in one way or another, or even coming from a shelter, the transformation when they get that life, that forever home, and are living their best life and have a place to run and people to love, it's unbelievably rewarding. So the work you do is amazing. There's always a need for more volunteers and always a need for more resources. The needs always seem to outgrow what resources are available, and this woman has big goals to continue the fight to find homes for the almost 2,000 animals they take in annually. I would like to introduce the president of the Florence Area Humane Society, Jayne Boswell, one of this year's recipients of the Marion Medallion, in recognition of her work with the Florence Area Humane Society to rescue dogs, cats, and horses in need in Florence County. Congratulations.
Thank you. Let me just say that it is not about me, but it's about all the volunteers, the doctors, the fosters, the people that donate. You are the ones, and the support that many of you give as friends. That's what keeps our work going. And so I'm thankful for that, for each one of you. This award is for all of you. I do want to tell you that most people don't know that we operate a horse rescue. Almost all of them came from neglectful places, literally starving. Many of them, much like the animals at our shelter, have never known the kindness of human hands. And so for them, this is a safe haven. But here's something interesting. If you look in many of our pastures, you'll see this path that these horses make. They go every day from shelter to water to food. That's their little path of safety. And sometimes they could get places a lot more quickly if they would veer from that path, but they don't, because they know that that path takes them to what they need, to that human kindness that's there for them. And you know, each of us is called to walk that path. I love these words. Thus says the Lord, stand in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths where the proud way is, and walk in it, and then you will find rest for your souls. You know, I think the path for us as rescuers, as animal lovers, I think the path is compassion, and it's not an easy path. You know, when God gives you a purpose, there's a lot of inspiration, but there's also a lot of perspiration. And I think there's no one that knows that better than folks like Mira and Stephanie, Kim, Pam, Harrington. There's just so many of you that I can't name. But I'm thankful that y'all and us and everyone that supports us are willing to walk that path. We can make a difference in the lives of animals in our community and beyond. So thank you for this, for all of you and what you do.